What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today in this video we're going to talk about 9 mega cap stocks in this video. But before we get started, please hit that thumbs up button. That is greatly appreciated and that really helps out with YouTube algorithm. And if you want to support the channel and get my daily trade ideas, my swing trade ideas, 3 days of live trading in my Discord, definitely check out the Patreon. I'll leave a link down below in the description. And if you are new to this channel, consider subscribing. And now let's get right into it, guys. On Netflix is down 0.34%, and what a trade that was that I took live in my Discord today this morning around 4:34. Getting some calls 4:40, and then this thing dipped a little bit more. I actually added some more calls on this dip, and then this thing exploded, guys. I mean, look at this bounce off of this rising white line 20 SMA 433. It was slightly under that level 431, and then this thing took off. Dip buyers, I mean, look at this candle again, buying the dip and pushing the price higher all the way up to 440 at the closing. So that was a massive trade on Netflix. And now if you look at it, tomorrow we got CPI coming out 8:30 in the morning. So as a support, now we have strong support at 433, and if that gives up, watch out for this gap all the way down here at 420.88. To the upside, Netflix needs to break 441, blue line 5 SMA, and soon as that breaks, Netflix going all the way up to 450 plus. On Apple stock is down 0.28%, and I talked about it yesterday, how Apple stock can actually break under white line 20 SMA, and in that case, watch out for Apple to hold right here, bottom of the channel, which is sitting at 186 to 185, and this is exactly what we got. Apple again bouncing and also holding above rising white line 20 SMA. And if you look at my screen, white line 20 SMA sitting exactly at 187.69, and Apple closing above 188. That is still bullish, and this is a dip buying opportunity on Apple. Now Apple breaks below 187.69 tomorrow. Then we also have support around 186 to 185, and then 183 all the way down to 180. Apple stock, we still got that gap on top at 190.24. So with some good CPI numbers tomorrow, Apple can pump all the way up to 190, and above that, Apple can run all the way up to 190 for 11, and then possibly will move even higher to hit a new fresh all-time high. On Amazon stock, we got Amazon Prime Day today, and Amazon is up 1.30%, and Amazon once again getting a bounce. And just like I said last night, immediately Amazon needs to get over 128, and look at the move today, guys, almost up to 130, and now it's holding white line 20 SMA 128 as a support into closing. So Amazon here, guys, as long as Amazon can stay above 128 and possibly get over 132 right here. If you look at it, it's kind of between 130, 185 to 132 where Amazon stock getting rejected. And soon as that breaks, Amazon going all the way up to 134 to close that gap on top. As of right now, we have critical support on Amazon 128, and below that, Amazon could be coming all the way down to 124.53 to this lower Bollinger Band on this daily chart, and then also have supported 120, rising red line 50 SMA. On Microsoft, it's up 0.19%, and this is another play that I took early in the morning, especially at 328, buying the dip. And I talked about it last night, how Microsoft can come down to this lower Bollinger Band, and that's going to be an absolute dip buy right here. And if you did that today, you made a ton of money on Microsoft. From 327, 328, this thing got up to 333 almost. So that is a what, $5-6 move to the upside. And if you caught that big move, you made a ton of money on Microsoft. Now, this thing here, not out of the woods yet. Yes, we got a decent pullback, but so far it's holding and respecting rising red line 50 SMA and also lower Bollinger Band on this daily chart sitting at now 328. So 328 and then 325 will be a strong support tomorrow, and below that watch out for this gap at 316.50. To the upside, Microsoft can stay above 328, we're going to see Microsoft going all the way up to 336 to retest white line 20 SMA, and then possibly we'll close that gap at 337. And if this thing is able to break 337 and 339, in that case, Microsoft heading higher, pullback is over, and this thing can move all the way up to 345.51 and then 355. On Meta, it's up 1.42%. And if you guys watched that video I made last night, it says on my thumbnail, Meta, a big move is coming. And this is exactly what I was trying to say last night, that Meta here, guys, we could see 300 again. And soon as this stock breaks 300, we're going to see more upside. A big level of support on Meta was down here at 290, and if you caught that dip today, you made a ton of money after hitting 291.90. This thing went back up, and now we got a higher high on Meta, which is over 300.18. So early as tomorrow, guys, CPI comes in and the numbers are low, we could see a massive explosion on Meta. This thing breaks 300, guys. 316 coming within no time. Now Meta, even on a big pullback, I don't see the stock going below 270 anytime soon. We also have earnings coming this month on the 26th. So Meta here, guys, definitely something to watch before the earnings. I think the stock can reach 316 or even higher, but 300 needs to break. Soon as that breaks, we're going to see that move all the way up to 316. Now to the downside, we do have support for tomorrow, 293.86, 290, orange line, 13 SMA down here, 288, and then 285, I would say, white line, 20 SMA, and that would be an absolute dip buy on Meta if only there is a pullback down to this white line, 20 SMA. So yesterday I had those calls on Google, and today just above 118 I got rid of it for a nice profit, and now it's trading at 117.71 at the closing, up on the day 0.72%. Now if you look at it, it cannot just go fill this gap down here with Bollinger Band sitting at 116.73. So Google here, guys, this Bollinger Band needs to come down all the way down here to 113.51, and then we could see this gap getting closed. This bull flag still in play. We just need that breakout above 120 right here. Google can move all the way up to 120 to close that gap on top, and possibly gets that breakout above 123. It's gone. That's gonna be a bull flag breakout on Google, and in that case, Google heading higher again, 126.67, and the next target 130. On a pullback tomorrow, on Google stock, we got strong support at 116.73, and below that, bottom of this flag and also this gap all the way down here, 113.51. On AMD, stock is down 2%, and I did buy some shares for day trade on AMD today, just under 110 and riding it up all the way up to 112. Now AMD, if you look at my screen, it's holding and respecting rising red line 50 SMA, sitting close to 110. So that is going to be a strong support level to watch. Also, we have strong resistance at 113.10, or I would say 113 blue line 5 SMA. That needs to break on AMD. And above that, AMD can run all the way up to 115.58, and then 118 will be a breakout on AMD. Right now, AMD breaks under 110. Watch out for a move down here to 107, and then lower Bollinger Band on this daily chart, 103 to even 100. This was a good dip buying today, but to go long or hold long term on AMD at this level, I don't think this is a good idea. Until AMD actually gets down to, I would say, $75 to $80 level, that would be something to watch. If there is a pullback all the way down to 75 on AMD, those are gonna be better opportunities to go long on AMD stock. On Nvidia stock, it's up 0.5%, and if you look at it, guys, once again after hitting 427, again coming down and finding strong support at 420. So that's a magnet here on Nvidia, 420. Below that, we could see a drop down to 400, and I don't see Nvidia going below 395 anytime soon. But also, I do want to point out that lower Bollinger Band moved up, now sitting at 400, and also upper Bollinger Band not moving higher anymore, actually coming down now at 441. So I think a big move on Nvidia is coming very soon. I just don't know whether it's going to play out to the upside or to the downside. So far, this magnetic support on Nvidia 420, keep that in mind, that is holding, and only if that gives up we could see a drop down to 400 and then the gap at 395. To the upside, 420 can hold, Nvidia can retest 440 again, and possibly then we could see a fresh new all-time high, and that would be 450. On Tesla stock, we got a flat day again on Tesla, and this thing getting closer and closer to 264.45, but not quite filling the gap all the way down here. Now Tesla here, guys, this thing is below blue line 5 SMA, sitting at 274, almost 275. So to the upside, Tesla needs to break 275, and if that breaks, we're going to see a quick trip back up to 284 to 285 and then 300. Below 275, watch out for this gap. And also we got all these moving averages right here, white line and also orange line, 13 SMA between 262 and the gap at 264.45. So that could be a buying opportunity on Tesla tomorrow. Tesla can close this gap at 264.45 and can hold above 262. That is going to be a dip buying opportunity on Tesla. But Tesla closing below 262, you should cut your position right here and then rebuy back down here close to 240 to even this gap down here at 235. To the upside, all Tesla needs to break 275 and it's out of the woods. It's gone. We're going to see Tesla heading higher back up to 284 to 285, and then finally that price target on top, 300. And that's all I have for you guys in this video. Thank you so much for watching.